He's really coming into his own. He is a soldier, and he's coming into his own, and that's something that people say when somebody's really grown and they've come a long way, and when they're really proud of them. And you should be proud of me, and you should be proud of yourself. It's a beautiful day. And he's really coming into his own, dude. Do you know what I'm saying? That's something that an elder says when they talk to a friend and they say, how's that Dusty guy been? Oh, he's really coming into his own. He's getting there. We're on the way up. Nothing can stop me. We're all that. What's that song, dude? It's not DJ Khaled, dude. But he's a goddamn soldier, dude. He's a soldier. He's got the short sleeve shirt to show that he's ripped up because last night he was up till 3 a.m. and we were at battle. We were a motherfucking battle last night, dude. In Colorado, there are these big ass moths, okay? And no, they're not the size of my hand, but like they're bigger than my fucking vape pen, dude. Big ass moths. And I went out to a movie theater last night. Okay, I went out to a movie theater last night, and we're going to get to the moth shit. But immediately when I pull in, this is when you know the night's going to be a night where we're at battle. Because I went to see Morbius. Oh, dude. I was morbing all over the place. But we're going to get to Morbius, dude. I pull up. I'm a little bit early getting there. I'm pre-gaming. I'm smoking some lemon stallion that Live Well and Light and Health hooked up, which was gnarly. Shouts out to Live Well. I pull in. I'm smoking a sweet sativa. And immediately, not even in the back of the parking lot, the middle of the parking lot, there's just two people in a vehicle making love. They're doing the devil's dance. And let me just say this, dude. When you're doing car sex, when you're fucking in the van, you want to make sure that you have a little bit of clothing on. It's not something you do butt-ass naked. Butt-ass naked is something that you do in a hotel room and something that you do in a large space. Maybe if you're more so outdoors, but not in a confined space like a van. That's just sex education 101, right? These two individuals were butt-ass naked, dude, in the front seat. And the dude looked at me, and I looked at the dude, and they both were butt-ass naked, and I was smoking, and I kind of giggled, and I looked away. But then I was like, I can't really not look, because I got music playing, and I'm smoking, and they're right in front of me, right? So I was kind of staring them down. So they left. They got their clothes on, and I could tell there's a whole thing that guys do when they first get their underwear on, and they start getting their pants on, but they start driving, but their pants aren't fully all the way on yet. I know this because I've done it, dude. And if you can drive while throwing your pants on like that, you're a G. You're a motherfucking G, dude. So I knew from there, with the obviously unprotected sex, because he's not wearing the clothes in the car, he's butt-ass naked, just bone and bare. I knew it was going to be a night where I was going to be a battle, because I didn't get home until late, and I had a lot of idios. Ho-ho! He's killing it today, dude. He's coming into his own. I had a lot of videos to edit, and I didn't get a lot of sleep, and it was a really long day, so I came home, and I edited a shit ton of videos. But here's the thing. Earlier in the day, before I left for the movie, there was a fucking moth in my room. And the moths usually aren't in my room. They're usually on the back porch, or somehow they'll sneak into the fucking bathroom, so I'll kill them in there, which is fine. But my room is my sacred space. This is a temple. You got a studio. You got fucking those little Funko characters. My brother dumped a girl, and on the way out from the breakup, she said, do you want some of these Funko characters? So we hooked it up. I think I even got them here. Hold on, dude. We got the Funkos. I mean, we got the Riddler, dude. You gotta love the Riddler, dude. Who does this happen to, dude? He breaks up with the girl. Oh, this is the one that I really like, man. We got Batgirl. We got Batgirl right here, because we got to be the gender neutral, the gender equality, the gender, I don't exactly know what you call that. So I'm sitting in my room editing, and there's a big ass fucking moth, right? They're usually in the bathroom, they're usually wherever. I want to kill this motherfucker, and I'm high as a kite, because it's a Saturday, dude. Of course I'm going to be stoned as hell. Of course I'm going to be high as a kite. Of course I'm going to be baked like ziti, dude. So I'm looking around my room, and the moth is flying around, and it's a huge moth, and I'm like, I don't want the moth to fucking touch my face, and it's going all around the fucking room. I can just hear it flapping its fucking moth wings, because it's a big moth, so you can kind of hear it buzz a little bit. And I don't got a fucking shoe in my room, so immediately I go to the first resort, which is I need something that I can either a torch for dabbing that I can just spray this thing down with, but then we're gonna have a fire, aren't we? Then the apartment complex is gonna be on fire, and I'm gonna be responsible for another one of the bajillion fires in Boulder, in Colorado. There's been like 19 in a month, okay? So what I immediately do is I grab one of my spray cans of deodorant, right? And it's over for this moth, dude. I spray the shit out of this moth, dude. I'm just running around coating this bitch, and it's starting to fly less, and it's flopping. And here's the thing, dude. It got under the bed. You sneaky son of a bitch. If you don't think these little dudes got a little fucking mischievous mind, then there's something you're missing out on, man. They know something. They're listening, dude. It's fucking, for all I know, man, that could be an Elon Musk probed Joe Biden. You don't know what that fucking moth is, dude. It goes under my bed. You're breaking a boundary when you go under the bed. You're breaking a boundary, and the moth knows this. You broke a boundary, now things are a little bit scary for me, even though you're a moth. You're under my safe space. Okay? And it's very scary. So, I just get a fucking tripod. I got a couple tripods in the room because it's also a studio and it's super fancy. Yeah, it's super legit. It's like the fucking Howard Stern show up in this bitch. So I get one of my tripods and I start kicking it under the bed, and I see the moth fly out into the living room, which is where my brother's room is, Dalton. And I think, well, damn, I'm gonna try to find the moth. But if I can't find the moth, not my problem anymore, right? Moth's not my problem because it's not in my territory, not in my sacred space. That's out there in the open world now. That's how this shit works, dude. And that's how a lot of stuff that's happening with war today, it's how that works. It's about territory, and it's about, this is very similar to Ukraine and Russia. Let me just say that. So I go out into the living room. I can't find the fucking moth. I look everywhere. Obviously there were shoes in my room. I was just high and couldn't find them. So I grab a shoe. I got the fucking spray deodorant, and I'm ready to go at this bitch. But I can't find this bitch, and I gotta get some editing done. And I also have to fucking I gotta go to the movies later, and I gotta be mindful of my time. So I leave the moth. Not my problem now. It's my brother's problem now because it's out of my sacred space. But I come back, and it's 12:45. I'm in my room. I'm eating a meal. We're doing just fine. Editing. Got a podcast on in the back. Happy as a clam. Right? I'm assuming clams are very happy. Puts the meal away. Comes back in. Gets a nice little Arizona. Because now it's 1:30 a.m. We're all good. Oh, hey, look! Emerging from the back corner where my bed is Mr. Moth. Game on! And here's the thing, dude. I checked under my bed. It's a big-ass moth. That moth was not under my bed when I left. That little motherfucker knew, planted itself back in my bed, and waited for me. But you don't know the level of aggression and strength and power I bring to the table at 1:45. So from 1:45 until 2:30, I'm fucking japping at this mop. There's not a mop in my room, but I'm high as a kite, right? Because he said it was a mop, and it's not a mop, it's a moth. There's a moth in my room, and I'm banging at it. I'm trying to hit it. I'm trying to kill it. I'm worried I'm going to wake my brother. I'm going to wake the neighbors, even though it doesn't matter because my neighbors are fucking loud at 5 a.m., even 4 a.m. sometimes, playing with their babies and a dog. Who plays with a dog at 4 a.m.? I don't know. But finally, dude, the moth is a sneaky son of a bitch because it goes onto my camera. It goes onto my camera. So what I do is I whap it with the shoe, I catch my camera, and we killed the moth. And that was a very long story, and was it a long tangent, kind of a rambling intro, just to say I killed a moth, and I'm a soldier, and then I'm super strong? Yes, dude. But welcome to the show. You shove it. And if you want to see more videos, man, if you want to support the channel, maybe shove that subscribe button, man. Maybe do a front side shove it. And if you can't skate, if you have no idea anything about skateboarding, this is your gateway right here. You do your first trick, shove it on that subscribe button. And you get down there in the comments and you let me know, hey, dude, you're looking like a golden retriever with the brown hair. You're looking fluffy, you're looking cuddly, you're looking incredibly accepting. I know I am, dude. So be sure to shove that subscribe button, man, because I'm so stoked. You guys are loving the videos. You're commenting skaters for me to review. And the views are bumping up, baby. They're bumping up. And that means it's more likely that I can fall in love. I can meet a stranger on the street because I'll go stupid viral. Then I meet someone. She goes, hey, I saw you on YouTube. And I go, wow, you're beautiful. And it turns out you have all the same interests as me. Jaboom. I'm married to Keira Knightley. And I don't even fully know who Keira Knightley is. I think that's who Ryan Reynolds is married to. So we're out here really fighting that, doing that. Oh, and he's cursed with it too, by the way. He's cursed with it too when it comes to the love life because, oh, dude. Met a girl who's super cute and honestly is super my type and is very, very pretty. Has all the same interests as me and is really relatable and I actually could talk to her without getting nervous and it was really gnarly. She's got a boyfriend. She's got a boyfriend. Every woman in the city has a boyfriend, dude. I swear to God, dude, I don't know if there's more men or women in the world. I'm about to look it up right now, dude, because I find it absolutely absurd that every woman in this city is manned up. And I'm trying to come off of this new medication and my eye twitches. And it's so fucking annoying, dude. I feel like a crazy Steve from Drake and Josh with the eye just twitching. How many men and women are in the world? How many men and women are in the world? As of 2021, there are... Whoa, dude. Let me see here. 3 million males. Okay, the population of females in the world is estimated at... Okay, so there's more males, dude. There's more males. It's like 3,900,000, and then the other one's like 3,003,000. I don't know what it fucking is, dude. Your boy's stupid bad with the math. But the love life's on a hold, dude. Because it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. And then it gets to a point to where it's like, wow, dude, I'm talking to this girl, I'm relating to her, it's really great. And now I got to keep up conversation knowing she's manned up. You know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous. Women, dude, they're taking it all, dude. They're absolutely taking it all. And Drew Barrymore, dude, this is dangerous advice to be putting out into the internet. The Ellen Show is leaving. James Corden is leaving. There's some good shit. We're losing some of the worst people on TV. And I'm stoked, right? But Drew Barrymore, I don't exactly know what she's famous for. I think she's an actor. Don't know a single movie she's in. Definitely in rom-coms. You know what I think she was in? I think she was in the 51st Dates. I think she was in the 51st Dates with Adam Sandler. And that movie is so old, and it's not even one of Adam Sandler's best movies. He has so many better movies than that one, like the movie where he golfs with the crocodile. So many better movies. But she has a talk show. And her talk show is a daytime talk show. And you know already with me covering the Wendy's and with me covering Rachel Ray, how I feel about the daytime talk show. But when you take it to TikTok, you're putting it into the algorithm, you're putting it into the children's hands. And now you're polluting the minds of the children. And I saw this the other day, and this was just absolutely unbelievable.
If it's raining anywhere you are, just run out in the rain. Don't miss the opportunity.
If it's raining wherever you are, just run out into the rain with the opportunity. Dude, what is she doing? And she's soaking wet, dude. She is soaking wet in her house, dude. She thinks she's in a movie. And this is the thing with actors, dude. Is so many people, we talked about it with the TikToks, they think their life is seasons and that characters in their life, characters in their life, friends and family in their life are like characters. Hey, dude, that's not how the world works. And we got Drew Barrymore out here fucking running out into the rain, just trying to feel something, dude. and dude, on top of that, running into the rain, dude. My mom calls me the other day. I'm catching up with her, and she's hanging out with a friend. She's in Florida. She's on vacation. You gotta love it. Hey, good for mom, right? Taking some time for herself, right? Really great. And she's like, we're watching a movie. I'm really excited. It's supposed to be a really great movie. I said, oh, what's the movie you're watching? Eat, Pray, Love. Whoa! If you know what Eat, Pray, Love is, which I kind of don't, just know it's a cheesy chick flick, kind of girly movie. I do know it's brutal. And I said, oh, I've heard great things about that. And I couldn't imagine my mom remotely. I couldn't imagine the thought of her sitting down with her friend. Because my mom to me is like a muffin, dude. She's like an animated just muffin. Do you know what I'm saying? Like she feels like a cartoon character. You know? She literally always says, I want the world to be rainbows and butterflies. Like she refuses to look at tragedies that happen in the world. Because she wants the world to be rainbows and butterflies, dude. Savage. And she'll do this thing too. When you're talking to her, you'll be like talking to her about getting a cake for a party. And you'll say, man, I really want a cake. And she goes, yeah, me too. And you're like, whoa, we're really agreeing, right? I would love to have a chocolate cake. And she goes, I'm really craving a chocolate cake too, right? And then you'll say, I would love some icing on the cake. And she goes, yeah, that would be gnarly. I go with sprinkles. And she goes, absolutely, I would love some sprinkles, right? And I go, and it's an ice cream cake. And the woman falls silent. There's a hush upon the crowd. And she'll even sometimes be silent and then bring up a whole new conversation because she just tunes out the things that she doesn't like and doesn't want to hear. And I said, Mom, did you hear that last thing I said? And she'll say, yeah, I thought that we were done with the conversation. And I said, but I asked if we wanted to do ice cream cake instead of just regular cake. And she says, yeah, but I don't want to do that. And I said, so you need to tell me that. We can't just be done with the conversation. Savage, dude. Absolutely savage. And Drew Barrymore's out here running out in the rain.
Just run out in the rain. Don't miss the opportunity.
But I've been doing good, man. I went out to the movies. I've been smoking some good shit. Live Well really hooked it up, man. Maybe we should get into the Live Well bag right now, okay? Thank you, Live Well, for supporting this podcast, for getting us the best cannabis. I'm talking about edibles, flour, concentrate, you name it. It's a brand new month. That means I got a brand new Live Well bag. And I went in there. I'm in the Colorado area, and the people in my Live Well are gnarly, dude. They know about skate culture. And every time I go in, they're just like, yo, Dusty. Chatting with me. Talking to me about different strains, about mushroom trips, about... We talked about this movie Top Gun Maverick, right? We talked about that. I got this gnarly Live Well bag, dude. Look at this shit, man. They really hook it up. If you're in the Colorado area, Live Well is just the best dispensary in town. This is where you got to go if you want to get some good shit, man. I got this. Look at this, man. I'm gonna whip this out. This is what I would call a death stick right here. It's this joint that they dip in resin and keef, and it honestly will get you dummy zooted, dude. Because that's what Live Well's weed does to you. But what's gnarly right here as well, dude, is I have some edibles right here. And we're going to take an edible before we get into this shit because it's crazy. You all send in some gnarly stuff. And thanks for sending in videos, topics, questions you have. You name it. If you want to send in more shit, at the Dustin Dixon and at You Can Shove It on Instagram and TikTok. Send in anything from funny videos, skate topics, news, advice. We're getting into all of it. And you know what, dude? You should be recommending the show to a friend. If you have a friend who's on the brink of suicide, dude, this could be what gets them back up on their feet. If you have a family member who's bedridden, ill, there are some spiritual factors that are brought into this show, and you don't know what could happen. I'm not going to say I could heal them, but I'm just saying you don't know what could happen. So please give it a shot. And we're going to take this Wana edible right here. It's a sativa edible. It's a 10 milligram right here, dude. And we're just going to take this to kind of relax and have a good time. So if you have some cannabis, man, if you have some weed, maybe take an edible, take a puff. Let's relax and have a good time. We're shoving it. I always hate the chewing sound in a microphone, but I'm doing it right now because I don't care. It's so good, dude. Thank you, live well. Wow. Okay, dude, so I literally got sent the craziest shit. A TikTok star said that she got a vibrator stuck up her butt. And this is real. This isn't fake. A TikTok star says she got a vibrator stuck up her ass. And I'm like, why would you document that? Why would you tell people? A TikTok star pleasure turned into real pain in the butt. Literally, she says she got a sex toy stuck up there and had to get it surgically removed. The woman who goes by the handle, I'm not going to release her handle, and lives in the UK, shared her horror story and even posted the X-ray images of a vibrator inside her body. Hey, if you're an influencer, that's cool, but don't show me the things you stick in your butt. That's for OnlyFans. That's for the hub. That's for YouTube X-rated. I don't know what it is. The TikToker says things got out of hand when she was using a 3-inch toy. When she couldn't get it out, she sought medical help. Listen, dude, she said 3 inches was too much. There's hope. She said 3 inches was a little bit too much. She couldn't get it out. So listen, dude, if you're rocking 2.5 or if you're just at the brink of 3, you're enough. You're enough and you're wanted. You know what I'm saying? And you're a savage out in these streets. Sometimes 9's too much. Sometimes 7.5 is too much. The same way that not every girl wants to be with a strong guy. You ever have someone tell you that, oh, I don't think that you should be ripped and chiseled with a 6-pack. I like you being scrawny. Oh! Sure. She says she couldn't go to the hospital the night it happened, so she tried sleeping with the vibrator inside, but the toy continued to buzz through. Oh, dude, but the toy continued to buzz throughout the night. As you'd imagine, that made for some serious tossing and turning, dude. She's in the middle of a good night's sleep, and she got a little vibrator in her booty buzzing off, dude. And that's probably mixing with some bowels in there, and that's making a special kind of a diarrhea, okay? That's making something really, really special. The woman says she awoke from surgery to find her vibrator next to her in a plastic bag, and to surprise, the thing still had some battery life. Why would you check the battery life of a vibrator that was just in your booty hole? You know? Because that's not something that normal people do. You know, if I was done with a vibrator that was in my booty hole, I would just throw it in the trash. Also, hey, you know what's something I wouldn't do? I wouldn't put a vibrator in my butt. And if I did, I definitely wouldn't put it all the way in to where it could fucking get lodged in there. Not even stuck, lodged in there. Like a little baby in your booty. You know? There's a lot of shit going on in skateboarding right now, dude. A lot of shit's going on, and it's super gnarly. And listen, dude, I'm on top of it. I've been on top of all of these skate videos. So if you want to check out things like the latest Disorder video, me reviewing Dylan Jabe, or the Primitive video that's coming out this week, I'm going to be reviewing it. Stay tuned into the channel. But Chris Cole versus Eric Costin from Battle of the Barracks 12 round 3 this weekend dropped. I did a review on it. It was a really interesting game. Chris Cole snapped his board mid-game, which was gnarly, and honestly it could be such an intimidating move to do to your opponent because Chris set up a fresh complete and was murdering. Like, his pop was a little bit weak at the beginning of the match, but the more he got into it, dude, he was just so steezy. Switch hard flip, nollie 360 heel flip. I mean, he really brought everything out there. Chris won the match, and he's going to be going up against either Paul Rodriguez or Nick Tucker. I think he's going to go up against P-Rod, and we're going to get another finals night styled game, which should be super gnarly. P-Rod's got a lot of big stuff coming up. That primitive video is huge. It's going to be a full-length video featuring the entire team. I'm really stoked to check that out. But today, we have a gnarly review. I've been taking to TikTok and asking people, what do you want to see next, whether it's a skate topic or video? And people have been saying, review Chris Joslin. Chris Joslin is a gnarly skater. He is an X Games winner, contest, and street ripper. Okay, he skates for companies like Plan B, Independent, Etnies, and Grizzly Grip Tape. He is so gnarly. He throws himself off of giant gaps, can go down handrails with huge stairs, but can also do really technical tricks. Chris Joslin is so gnarly, so I figured I would review his legendary Plan B True part. So without further ado, this is Chris Joslin's Plan B True. Let's get into the part. And this is from Plan B's True video part, which is a full-length team part, featuring skaters like Pat Duffy, Ryan Sheckler, Chris Joslin, all the Plan B legends. Which a lot of these skaters since then have left the team, which is crazy. Ryan Sheckler's off the team, Tori Pudwell's off the team. I wonder if Chris Joslin's going to stay on Plan B. You are going to see some crazy bails and some huge gaps in this video part. Alright, here we go. Chris Joslin's True. And I also think this was during a time where Plan B was hiding the fact that Chris Joslin was on the team because they wanted to surprise the world with Chris. So they were filming and keeping it really under wraps, and then they kind of debuted him with this video part. It's not Chris's first, I think, traditional video part, but it's definitely his first, like, original staple, I think, in the skate community. We got a tray flip going down through this line. Wow, Ghettoberg down the stairs. Hard flip backside 180, so steezy. Nollie flip backside lip slide. He really gives his all in video parts. I remember watching a video with him talking about how he worked at a spot for so long, bailing and just giving it his all, that he was pissing blood the next morning. That is a gnarly spot. Switch frontside flip down that huge gap. That's switch. Chris Joslin has a truly iconic early skateboarding energy that skaters had like Paul Rodriguez back in the early 2000s that a lot of people miss, and it's really refreshing to see. Backside tail slide. Chris is rolling up here. Nollie heel flip in the line. Nollie backside flip down the stairs. And what a beast of a hard flip down the stair set and over the rail. Here's the crazy thing with Chris Joslin too, is he throws himself down huge stair sets, and he's going, like, this is him at Hollywood High right now, just whipped out a crazy backside big spin, but he's also a Battle of the Barracks champion. He's a flat ground menace. He can do shit like a varial heel flip, late flip. It's absolutely insane. He's very versatile on board. And a monster of a backside big spin down Hollywood. Just fit. Oh shit! Bailed on that 50-50. Look at that, dude. Just chipped it. People think that a lot of Plan B skaters are very technical, that they play it safe on ledges these days. Chris Joslin proves that wrong. Very early Ryan Sheckler, big gaps and staircases era. We got a frontside ollie over that handrail down the stairs. And a backside heel flip down the stairs. 360 Shuv-it. Wow, dude. Chris Joslin was on fire for this part. That was a monster ollie to hill bomb. Switch backside 360 kickflip. Not switch. Backside 360 kickflip. Wow. And it's just cool to see a video part from a skater who's really truly giving it their all. There is not a line or trick in this video part that didn't have a lot of care, blood, and sweat put into it. That nollie inward heel flip was so steezy. Just launches down that stair set. Wow, switch backside big spin. He loves skating big gaps. Not only was that a grass gap, but he also... So we got a grass gap and a huge curb. So gnarly. Wow, that nollie backside 180. That's just like a huge 7 stair. That's so insane. His feet definitely take a lot of impact. I wonder how that's going to work for him medically later in his career. Wow. That was a beast of a varial heel flip. It's crazy to think that he used to skate for DC too. He's a great fit for Etnies, but man, DC really lost a legendary skater. Backside nose grind, nollie flip out. Nollie backside heel flip. Yeah, he's got so much versatility. Like, look at this. Switch frontside flip down the stair set and over the rail. Just stomps it. And there's a pillar right by the end of the stairs. So if he lands that a little bit wrong, he's going to fuck himself up. That is so gnarly. Wow, that little bump to rail. With a steezy frontside feeble. I love that. Wow, nollie hard flip down the stair set. Just stomped it. This video part is filled with so many ender tricks, dude. It's crazy. That nollie backside heel flip over the grass gap was crazy. And look at all these bails, dude. Just showing a little bit of what goes into this. So this trick is crazy because not only does he go down the stair set, but he is doing a frontside shove-it over this. Like, he starts before the curb. So he's really gapping the space between the curb and the stair set, which is so gnarly. That's a young Joslin right there. I'm excited to see what new footage he comes out with, which will hopefully be soon. A mean frontside heel flip. At a gnarly spot too. In a switch frontside heel flip, you know I love it when skaters back up the tricks they do with a switch one. One of the gnarliest things I think you can do in video part, just to show, hey, not only do I have this on lock, but I also have a switch. Wow, that frontside nose blunt slide. Then a nollie frontside nose slide and a varial kickflip over that curb gap. All of those just back to back. That's crazy. That frontside nose blunt slide was really clean. Let's go back to that. You've got to love Chris Joslin, dude. A huge backside lip slide and a big spin front board. That big spin front board was on bolts. And that back lip, he's just fully sending it. Also so creative to look at that spot and to, instead of going down the stairs, to get up on that ledge and to hit the rail that way. That's really creative. And I really like that big spin front board. Wow. Frontside board slide, backside Smith, and we have a crooked grind nollie flip out down the handrail. I mean, that is some technical shit right there. And he just did a bunch of huge gap tricks. And he's like, oh, by the way, I can still get really technical down a stair set. Really showing all of his bag of tricks, which is so sick. Nollie flip frontside 50-50. That's so sick, dude. He landed that perfectly. That's a really unique trick to do, too. I love that. Damn, dude. Little fun bank work. Wow, fully sent that nollie flip. Love seeing shit like that. And a frontside overcrook. I wonder if we'll see any other members of the Plan B team. Well, it's from the full length part, so it'll probably mainly just be Joslin right now. Switch, tray flip. This is a classic skate spot, but also a classic spot that you see Plan B skaters skating, like Felipe Gustavo, Paul Rodriguez, Tori Pudwell. It's in all of their classic video parts. Frontside blunt slide, kick flip out. I mean, just slides so perfectly on there. Chris Joslin is a beast, dude. Look at him ripping his shirt off, just getting pissed with the streets. He loves doing that ghetto berg, dude. Hard flip backside 180. Can stomp that down pretty much any stair set. Wow, switch hard flip. That switch hard flip is insane, followed by a fakie backside big spin and a fakie back heel. Dude, those 3 tricks right there could be a person's ending, an ending line. That is so incredibly gnarly. I love that fakie backside heel flip. And that switch hard flip is just iconic. This video came out like maybe 5 years ago, a couple years ago. And it has, I think, a good amount of rewatchability. Some of the later parts feel like people have just clipped a compilation of skate clips together, but I still think it holds up. It's a good video part, and especially a good full length. Wow, inward heel flip down the giant stair set. I mean, that's a really interesting choice for such a big stair set, and that could not have been easy. But I wonder how many tries that took Joslin. Because some of these got to be like 7 tries. You know, he just whips some of these out like they're nothing. Oh, here's that frontside 50-50. That was the one he clipped earlier. He landed that perfectly. Nollie heel flip. That was a huge nollie heel. And then nollie backside 360 heel flip. That is insane. Wow. Nollie backside 360 heel flip. It's a rarity seeing that trick, but it's really pretty. People like doing a lot of frontside shit. I think it looks more aesthetically pleasing. I really hope Plan B can get their team back together. I know they have Irene Gerard, but they need to get some more iconic American skaters and names on their team. That frontside flip was beautiful. Cab flip down the stairs. And a frontside flip down the stairs heading over the handrail. I mean, that cab flip, though. I love iconic Plan B team boards. Some of the new ones they're doing are sketchy. Holy shit, dude. There's a backside big spin on a huge Machba gap. That is some legendary shit right there. And goes just a little bit over the mailbox. Or maybe it's a trash can. But that's so gnarly. T-Puzz just freaking out. Wow. A huge hard flip down that stair set. I mean, that's a beast of a hard flip right there. And he flicks it so early and just catches it the rest of the way down. He knows exactly what he's doing in his style of flick. That's so gnarly, dude. A huge tray flip down that gap. What the hell? And that's the ender right there. I mean, the flick and spin of that, with the way he catches it, is brutal. And there's barely any space. Like, that is a huge gap right there. He lands right by the curb. Chris Joslin and Plan B's true. an absolute beast on the skateboard. You can tell, and he even mentioned this, he's learned a lot of his tricks just by jumping down stuff. So he had to relearn a lot of stuff on flat ground. Felipe Gustavo with the iPhone shot. So gnarly. Be sure to check out the full Plan B True full-length team part. Show Chris Joslin some love. Show Plan B some love. And listen, if you have a skater that you want to see me review or a video part, a skate piece of news, you know what to do. Shove that subscribe button. Get down there in the comments and let me know what you want to see next. Okay, dude, I meet somebody new at my work the other day. All right. And you know, when I meet somebody new, I get super friendly. I ask, oh, do you go to school here? What kind of things do you like? Are you into music? Do you like movies, etc.? But I'm not trying to become best friends with anybody. So I meet a new person the other day and I start chatting with them. And she's a little bit overdramatic. And she lets me know, hey, don't get too close to me because I'm going to be out of here in a month. Just got hired, by the way. I'm going to be out of here in a month because I have another job that's a lot cooler lined up. Hey, guess what, dude? I wasn't even trying to get close to you. I was trying to get as far away as possible. I'm up in the clouds. I'm soaring in the stars, dude. I ain't trying to get close and cozy with you. Right? Who says that, dude? Hey, don't get too close to me, just so you know. Check your ego. Ego check, right? Do a mushroom trip. Oh my God, dude. Maybe ask me a question about my life because I'm so stupid with the customers, dude. I'm ridiculous with the customers. The other day, somebody was checking me out. And they complimented my nails. And it was a woman. Yes, it was a female woman. It was an older woman. And I said, oh, these piggies? And I was wearing the Chacos. And I whipped out my toes. And she was quite blown away. And she was a little chatty Cathy. She was, getting some banter with me. I checked her out, gave her the bag, gave her the clothing. She left. I looked to the corner of my eye. There's a couple of female coworkers having a chuckle. A couple female coworkers having a chuckle. And I say, what you chuckling about? And they said, that MILF was really coming on to you. You really attract some MILFs. Shaboom! He's the MILF Hunter. There are spicy MILFs in your area. And they're coming to this guy. She was an older woman. And if she had a son with her, when she complimented the nails and when she started talking to me a little bit about myself, I would have looked at the son and I would have said, I'm your new daddy now. You know? Just to test the waters. There wasn't a ring on the finger. But I'm quite charming. And women over the age of 40 with children that are divorced or maybe going through a rough patch with their husbands seem to really get a liking to this guy. They view me as a tall drink of water. And can you blame him? He's growing the hair out, and it was an awkward phase. It was an awkward state. But now it's getting a little bit better. It's looking a little bit like John Mayer when he's touring with Dead & Co. He's looking super steezy. So can you blame him if some MILFs are pulling up? But I didn't even notice, dude. I was oblivious because your boy takes some edibles before he goes in. He was helping him out, and he was just trying to be a nice guy. Because I keep it loose and easy at work, dude. I keep it super loose and easy. And I'm super dumb and good with the customers. And people say, why are you so dumb and good with the customers? And I say, because I'm laid back, dude. I talk to people about just regular shit. And they can't get enough, dude. I mean, they line up at the door before we open and they're taking pictures and they're calling, asking what time I work. It's ridiculous. Technical difficulties. It's ridiculous, dude. They can't get enough of this guy. They can't get enough. Pizza Hut apologizes to an outraged customer who slammed sexual message on fast food chain's ketchup bottles. People are mad about the sexual quality of ketchup. Right? This ketchup bottle right here says tomato ketchup. Shake, squeeze, and squirt. Listen, if that's what'll do it, you know what I'm saying? If shake, squeeze, and squirt is what'll do it, then I'm there. Also, this dude's got to be asexual or he just hasn't bagged all summer long. He's either asexual or he hasn't seen a woman topless since 2002. He branded the slogan "Awful for Family," said it sounds like an app for swingers, and argued it would lead to uncomfortable questions from curious kids. Dude, a demographic's got to go to swingers, dude. And what better place than Pizza Hut? You remember back when there was the Pizza Hut buffet? Could you imagine a group of swingers? You got a couple of different men, women, and individuals walking in there, grabbing some pizza, grabbing some salad to go, getting in a van or bus, and having some group activities. Doing the devil's dance collectively. It is because of the chain's marketing aimed at children that I am worried. The furious customer claims he did not receive a response to the complaint he sent to Pizza Hut, but the fast food chain has replied to him via Whole Live and said, "I can only apologize if you were caused any offense or upset on your recent visit to our hut. Please know it is not our intention to make any guests feel uncomfortable." They pretty much said, "Sorry your butt hurt, dude, but we're going to keep squeezing and squirting." He said, "Sorry your butt hurt, but when you come to the hut, we're going to be squeezing and squirting all over the place, dude." That's just Pizza Hut for you. And it's like those people when I went to the movie and they were making love, dude. They were squeezing and squirting all over the place. And I wondered, did they go to a movie and did they not like the film, so did they go into the parking lot to maybe write their own movie? To get in the bare naked and to see what happened, to see if they were slipping and sliding around the car. I'm not quite sure. But I saw Morbius. And let me just say, it's Morbin time! It's Morbin time, dude. Okay? It made him more $1 billion, and I knew going there that I was going to get morbed, and I was going to be morbing, and I was going to morb all over the place, right? It was me, a couple friends. We got stupid toasted before going in there, and then there was just a couple in the theater. Just a couple of chairs away. We got the same row as them. Because we're all just here to support Morbius because it's back in theaters exclusively for a weekend so that they can promote the movie because people want it back. People are memeing it, but they think the memes are jokes. This is real love. This is real cinema. This is a Marvel legend. And there's literally a line in the movie, and did I kind of bootleg and record some of the movie so I could remember some stuff because I don't know when it's going to go to streaming? Yes. But there is literally a point in the movie where Michael Morbius, which by the way, every moment of the movie they are saying his full name. Dr. Michael Morbius, Dr. Michael Morbius. The only time they don't say it is when they flash back to when he's a kid. And they just call him Michael Morbius. But there is literally a moment in the movie where he says to a police officer, "I'm getting hungry, and you won't like me when I'm hungry." Oh! Did my 4-year-old cousin write the script? Did the next door neighbor Danny with Downs write the script? Did M. Night Shyamalan write the script? It's absolutely brutal. And can I say this? Whether it's Batman or Morbius or anything vampire, I hate movies when they bring out the bats and they make it seem like the bats are helping people. And I get it in Batman Begins when he brings the bats out to fucking confuse the cops so he can go a different way. But geez, dude, bats would never do that. And in Morbius, he's got all these bats that follow him around, and he was flying with these bats like these bats were helping him fly. And he was saying, "The bats view me as a brother now. The bats and I were brothers." And I'm like, dude, it's a fucking bat! You know? Back when I was in Nashville, I was on my parents' back porch, strumming the guitar, singing a song, and I thought I was high as shit. Thought I saw a birdie on the back porch. It's a screened-in back porch. It was a motherfucking bat! And bats, man, they don't fuck around. They are awake through the daytime and they sleep. No, that's the opposite. Boom. they're awake during the nighttime and asleep during the daytime. So the fact that it was awake during the daytime, you knew it was cranky. So I went inside and almost got inside the house, but it stayed on the back porch. And we called animal control, but it turns out animal control is only really just a police officer. And police officers have to take care of that shit. So if you want to be a police officer and if you want to save the world and be, a superhero, guess what, dude? You're just going to be getting roadkill and bats. But I hate when a movie does this, bro. And Morbius did this shit. He had all the bats fucking come over, help save him. And there's a whole scene where the villain in the movie is a dorky guy and he can never walk his whole life. And the moment they get powers, they're just stupid dummy trained. They can just do fucking whatever they want. You're paralyzed your whole life. What do you mean you can jump off of buildings, 360 backflip, punch a bitch now? But the villain gets super in the feels and he goes to the dressing room and he starts trying stuff on and he's dancing and he's grooving. And can I just say, it was one of the most sensual parts in the movie. The movie has a horror thriller aspect. There's comedy for family. There's also some sensuality for your buddy Ricky. And there's going to be action. It's got everything because it's Morbin time. It's a Morbin time. Roger. I've been watching Kenobi, dude. Let me just say that before I got into Kenobi, I watched the entire trilogy of the prequel episodes with my brother. All of them, dude. Attack of the Clones, gnarly. Revenge of the Sith, easily one of the greatest movies of our time. I thought I would watch it and it would just be a nostalgia bomb. Yes, it was a nostalgia bomb, but also, it's just fucking badass, dude. Star Wars doesn't use any of the architecture or weapons or suits from that time anymore, and they need to, because the Revenge of the Sith era clones, ships, and Jedi are gnarly. So I started Kenobi, and spoilers ahead, because I watched Kenobi, and it's really good, and honestly, dude, I gotta say, any scene with Darth Vader in it, it's hard for me to hate it. And it's difficult because Disney, man, they make it really easy to hate something. They make it really easy to hate a bitch, don't they, Disney? They make it really easy to hate a bitch. Because we got Leia in this show being a sassy little kid. And I pray to God that we get to see Luke soon. Because the whole sassy little kid thing never works. I get a little kid who's sassy and funny. I get a unique comedic relief. But when a little kid goes to the main character who's a grown-ass man, who's a Jedi, who fucking killed his best friend and watched his master die in front of him, and says, you know what? You think you're more complex than you really are, but I got you figured out. And I think this is what's really going on. It's like, oh, you really don't know anything, do you? Who's writing the script for this girl? When I was a little kid, you know what I was worried about? Legos. You know what I was worried about? Lincoln Logs. You know what I was worried about? PS2. So I don't like the Leia shit, but it's so dope with Kenobi, dude, and he's kind of a puss now because he hasn't really been training the past 10 years, and Vader's just been getting stupid hard, dude. Darth Vader's getting bricked up, and he showed up Kenobi. And I'm excited to see where they go with the show. I hope maybe we get to see a Yoda cameo, maybe the Emperor. And I hope we get a second season, dude. Because this is the kind of Star Wars we need. I don't need this stupid Antioch or Anchor or a bar. I don't know what the new series is called, but it's about the Rogue One characters. Who gives a fuck? Stop making a side series, dude. Make something about the main characters, and that applies to Marvel too. You know how much more successful Marvel would be if they took low-budget actors and just did separate universes like Spider-Man 2099 in the Disney universe and made a series about that, or an Iron Man show, or a show about the Hulk. Everything doesn't have to be played by the Illuminati and Tom Cruise and Scientology. You know? Everything doesn't have to be that way. Hey, so that's the episode for today. Thanks so much for tuning in. If you want to support the channel, if you want to see more videos, you know what to do. Shove it on all over that subscribe button, man. Thanks so much for the love with these videos. If you want to get in touch with me, you know what to do. Follow me on Instagram at the Dustin Dixon or at You Can Shove It. Check out my TikTok and all the skate reviews over there. But until next time, get out in the streets. Maybe pay a homeless dude. Don't do any meth. skateboard, and of course, my friends, is Shuv-it. Peace.